What's goody YTBC? What's good, fight fans, boxing heads around the world? Be Marsh with another boxing video. So May 29th, Liverpool, Goodison Park, home of the Everton Premiership soccer team in England. Tony Bellew is going to be fighting Ilunga Makabu for the vacant Wbc Cruiserweight strap. You know what I mean? Vacant Cruiserweight, Wbc Cruiserweight title of the world. All right? So now these are two guys. These are the biggest fights of their career, no question about it. You know what I'm saying? This is Tony Bellew's first shot at a major title at Cruiserweight. And the same thing for Ilunga Makabu. So if you don't know much about Ilunga Makabu, Ilunga Makabu is a guy out of the Congo. You know what I'm saying? He's based out of Congo. In Africa, you know why the probably the richest country in the world when it comes to natural resources and minerals, but yet one of the poorest countries in the world. You know what I'm saying? Go figure, right? Yeah, Ilunga Makabu is from Congo, but he's based out of South Africa. You know what I'm saying? You know, South Africa got one of the best, it's one of the best countries as far as, developing boxers in Africa, you know what I'm saying? Most fighters from Africa, even from other countries, if they want to, try step up in the big leagues and try, get title shots, more times than many, if they come from the sub-Saharan area, they definitely going to go build a career in South Africa, you know what I'm saying? Okay, and we know Tony Bellew. Tony Bellew is a former light heavyweight, stepped up to cruiserweight after he got blown up by Donna Stevenson in Montreal. And I'm saying, I believe it was a 6-round TKO. And he's not fighting for, this strap was left vacant by the guy named, a Polish guy named Gregory Izard. I'm lying. Gregory Drizard, you know what I'm saying? He's a guy who's from Poland, and he's basically a champion in recess because he had to vacate the belt because of injuries, you know what I'm saying? Something basically like, what's the guy from lightweight from, Jose Linares from Venezuela, you know what I'm saying? He's also a champion in recess with the WBC strap because of injuries, okay? Now, this guy, Tony Bellew, man, Tony Bellew, he's a fighter, he's a tough guy. That's one thing about him, man. He's a guy who, if he ain't gonna do anything, he's gonna fight, you know what I'm saying? He talks that shit, he got a slick mouth, he's a real, he's a funny guy. And, if you guys saw the movie Creed, he was basically, the guy, what was his name? Pretty Ricky Conlon in the movie. The guy based out of Liverpool, So, some are trying to say, in the movie he was from Liverpool, just like he is in real life. And I believe that movie, when he fought Apollo Creed's son, I can't even remember his name, the kid who played in The Wire. He played Apollo Creed's son in the movie, and he got a title shot against Pretty Ricky, who was the champion of the world. And the fight was there in Liverpool in this Everton Stadium. What do you call it? Goodison Park, where the Everton soccer team plays at in England, okay? So now let's get into the fight, man. A lot is unknown about Ilunga Makabu. A lot is unknown about a lot of fighters who are based out in Africa, basically because, the rest of the world doesn't see their fights on a worldwide scale, you know what I'm saying? But this guy, Ilunga Makabu, is a good competitor, man. He's a tough guy. He's a southpaw, you know what I'm saying? He's a guy who has numerous knockouts in his career, you know what I'm saying? He's a guy who's trying to take fellas' heads off. You check it? The man is 19-1 with 18 KOs. And that one loss he had came, I think, probably in the beginning of his career. I want to say his very first fight. Ever since then, he's reeled off all those W's, and he's put himself in position to win that green strap, you know what I mean? Now, this southpaw right here is a guy who's a headhunter, you know what I'm saying? He has some good, his head movement's decent, waist movement, in the pocket, you know what I'm saying? But he's basically a pressure fighter, you know what I mean? He's basically coming in there trying to stalk the opponent, try to take his head off, you know what I'm saying? He can fight well within range. You know, he's definitely gonna be the smaller guy. I don't know how tall he is. I know the man Tony Bellew is about 6'2" or something. You know what I'm saying? You check it, but I don't quite know. I think Tony Bellew is 6'2", maybe 6'3". I don't quite know how tall this guy Ilunga Makabu is, but as you could tell from this picture, man, he's definitely the shorter guy. You know what I mean? Now, Ilunga Makabu, like I said, man, he's a pressure fighter. He's gonna be coming in there. He ain't never fought in this type of hostile environment, man. He's never fought in the United Kingdom, and he's never fought for the WBC strap, let alone any world strap in the world title in the world. You know what I mean? So you know he's coming into hostile territory, man, and he's gonna have to show what he's really about. You know what I'm saying? This could either make or break him. You know. And the man Tony Bellew is fighting in front of his home crowd. You know what I'm saying? He gets a shot. They're trying to make this situation, trying to claim that it's like a real life Rocky story, but I beg to differ simply off the fact that in that movie Creed, the kid, what's his name? I can't remember his name. Michael B. Jordan, who got the title shot against Pretty Ricky. You check it. That man had never got a world title shot before. You know what I'm saying? Well, this guy Tony Bellew in real life has. You know, he's fought Nathan Cleverly for the WBO light heavyweight strap. He lost, and he got knocked out by Adonis Stevenson when he challenged Stevenson for Stevenson WBC and lineal world title of the world in Montreal a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to resumes, man, you know, I could say that you know, since the man Tony Bellew has stepped up the cruiserweight, man, he definitely hasn't fought the better competition as for like Ilunga Makabu. You know what I'm saying? Overall, this man Tony Bellew's resume is better than Ilunga Makabu because he has more fights. You know what I'm saying? But the man Ilunga Makabu has fought Thabiso Mchunu. Thabiso Mchunu was a guy who's he's a South African. You know what I'm saying? He's a cruiserweight, very slick cruiserweight, man. The man got skills, man. I was really impressed when I watched that man Thabiso Mchunu fight against. He took that man Eddie Chambers to school and beat him in a unanimous decision some years ago. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, the man Ilunga Makabu, you check it, has also fought guys like what's his name? The Road Warrior. You know what I mean? He punished the Road Warrior, Glenn Johnson. You know, the Jamaican guy. You check it, one of the guys who has a vicious knockout on of Roy Jones on their resume. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's basically fought these type of guys. You know what I mean? And the man Tony Bellew, since he's been at cruiserweight, hasn't fought those type of opponents. You know what I'm saying? Tony Bellew has fought guys like what's that big Polish guy? He likes fighting these Polish guys, that Mascherano guy. You know what I mean? I mean, these guys are not quite. You know, they're not world beaters, you know what I'm saying? And they definitely ain't the Road Warrior. I don't care how old Glenn Johnson is. These guys like Mascherano and all these other guys I don't know on Tony Bellew's resume. They can't add up to Glenn Johnson or Thabiso Mchunu. You check it? Now, Ilunga Makabu, his keys to victory, man, he's going to have to fight and he's going to have to fight the man inside and basically because he's the smaller guy. You check it, he looks more like a super middleweight than a cruiserweight, you know what I mean? He's going to have to bring the fight to Tony Bellew, you know what I'm saying? Tony Bellew is a guy who also has heart, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I can't say he doesn't have. But he's going to have to, in order for him to win this fight, he's going to have to outbox the guy. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to be the outboxer, you know, lead with his jab, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, follow it up with right hands or just basically keep this young African warrior off of him. But I don't know if he'll be able to do that, man. You know, Mchunu is hittable. I said Mchunu. Makabu is hittable. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's gonna be the more powerful guy, man. He's coming in there to take his head off, man. But I would suggest that the man Makabu box first. You know what I'm saying? You check it. He'd have to box and you know. basically take his time, wear the opponent down, get on the inside, hit him to the rib cage, try wear the man off, try wear the man down, you know what I'm saying? And eventually, man, set up some shots from the southpaw position to catch him with some vicious uppercuts, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how I see this fight ending, man. I see it ending probably with a TKO, I got Ilunga Makabu winning the fight, you know what I'm saying? I know it's not going to be easy, believe me, for either guy to win this title. Like I said, it's the biggest fight of both guys' careers. And, the man, Ilunga Makabu is the betting favorite, you know what I'm saying? But the man, Tony Bellew, is fighting in front of his home crowd, I'm sure this man has no hopes, has no intentions of leaving that Goodison Park without that WBC belt, There hasn't been a fighter in England who's had the WBC belt since who? Maybe Carl Froch, Jean Pascal, you know what I'm saying? That was a long time ago, to say the least. So I'm sure that's pretty much on his mind, and he'd love to bring that title back home to England, or keep it in England, you know what I'm saying? This vacant title. But I see Ilunga Makabu. I think he's the more powerful guy, and I think he's a more slicker guy, got better defense, And I think despite being on the road and never fought in a place like this, in a hostile environment where everybody gonna be booing him, I think he can muster up some shots, and I think he's gonna come in there knowing that this is an opportunity for him, just as big an opportunity for him as it is for Tony Bellew. So I see Tony Bellew getting dropped, even probably stopped, maybe like a 12th, 11th round TKO. It's going to be late, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be a great fight. I even have it probably as a potential candidate for Fight of the Year, you know what I'm saying? So I think Ilunga Makabu is going to win this fight, you know what I'm saying? I think he's going to be the slicker fighter. I think he's going to be going to the body, wear the man's body down to stop all that movement. Kind of like what Adonis Stevenson did what's his name, to Tony Bellew, you know what I'm saying? He's going to have to set up that powerful left hand of his with the jab, kind of like what Stevenson did, and have this man Bellew on his bicycle and proceed to pounce on him, you know what I mean? So you never know, man. It's not clear cut and dry like that. I could probably say it's a 50-50 fight, to be honest, but I'll probably put my money on Ilunga Makabu winning the fight. And if I were him, he should be trying to go out there and get a knockout, man, because, it's going to be difficult to win a decision in England, especially being a man coming from Africa, and, I don't think his odds they're going to give him a good chance to win this fight in England if you don't knock this guy out, you know what I mean? So let me know your thoughts and comments about this fight. Who you think's going to win? Like I said, I think it's a 50-50 fight, but I think Ilunga Makabu, the younger guy, is going to prevail, and I think he's going to get him out of there, you know what I'm saying? I think Makabu might have the longer reach too. If he does, let me know in the comments section, you know what I mean? But I think he does. Alright, y'all, let me know what y'all think about these two fighters, man. I got Makabu winning by 11th, 12th round TKO. And I think he's going to be the new WBC Cruiserweight champion. Alright, y'all, please let me know what y'all think. And please subscribe. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Peace.